We're talking about high blood pressure this morning. It impacts millions of people, and it can be very difficult to control. So UConn hypertension expert Dr. Meryem Tuncel-Kara is here with me now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
For people that don't know exactly what this means, they get their blood pressure taken. What are some numbers that would be alarming and indicate this might be the case?
In order to diagnose with high blood pressure, the first number, which is the top number, systolic blood pressure, will be 140 millimeter mercury and above, and or diastolic, which is the bottom number, 90 millimeter mercury and above.
So if you're above 140 on the top number, if it's indicating there might be a problem.
Yes. But
and there are some people that are more at risk than others, right? If you have a family history, if you're over age 55, what are some other
absolutely
factors?
Most important one is family history, as you mentioned. If you have your mother or father or both parents have high blood pressure, your risk developing high blood pressure in the future higher. Advanced age puts us at risk as well. Obesity, definitely. I cannot emphasize enough. Obesity, one of the risk factors. Smoking, inactive lifestyle, excess intake of salt, also excessive drinking can put you at risk.
So is it all these things combined, or can it just be one or two of those things? Or I guess it all depends on the person as well.
Absolutely.
And their susceptibility, depending on their family history.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so now you're hearing that you have, hypertension, you have high blood pressure. What do you do?
There are important lifestyle modifications. They are very critical. Everybody at every level of blood pressure should follow those. In terms of prevention, let's start from prevention. Women, especially high risk after menopause, for example, and it's an important killer for women. There is a study looked at over 80,000 young women and determined 6 lifestyle issues and dietary things can influence prevention of high blood pressure. One is keeping the body mass index less than 25, so you need to avoid obesity, definitely. Second one, applying DASH diet, eating DASH diet. DASH diet means dietary approaches to stop hypertension. So this diet is rich in fruits and vegetables, 45 servings of fruits, 4 to 5 servings of vegetables a day, and it is also rich in low-fat dairy products, 2 to 3 servings.
I've heard some say try the Mediterranean diet. And
yeah,
that's
Mediterranean diet is generally good for cardiovascular prevention.
And it's not really a diet; it's just good eating, isn't it?
Absolutely,
it's a lot of the things that you were just saying.
Absolutely, low salt is very important. American Heart Association recommends salt intake less than 1,500 milligram a day. Put in perspective, 1 teaspoon salt has 2,400 milligram sodium.
You're kidding me. So
yes.
We're getting way too much salt.
Yes.
Because that doesn't sound like that much.
So sodium intake should be less than 1,500 milligram a day, and we need to learn how to read labels because majority of salt comes from processed food, food in packages, and restaurant food.
Yeah, and you can't control that. It's in there, and often you don't know it's there if it's in a restaurant, but you're right, read those labels. If you do find out that you have this issue, medication that might be able to help. I know that's sort of the last-ditch effort, but at least to get things under control while you're working on these other factors.
Absolutely, medications. I mean, high blood pressure cannot be cured, but it can be manageable and preventable. Also, I like to emphasize the alcohol intake. If you drink, you need to drink moderately. For example, for women, that is 1 drink a day. For men, not more than 2 drinks. For example, if it's beer, 12 ounces, wine, 4 ounces. Hard liquor depends on how hard it is, 1 to 1.5 ounce. So that's also very important to adapt as a lifestyle. Moderation of alcohol, cigarette cessation of smoking is important.
So good time for us to look at our overall lifestyle, what we're putting in, and what we're what's in our environment, and just getting a good check on that. Doctor, thanks so much for coming in. Some great, hopefully life-saving information. Thank you.
My pleasure.